Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today we have a Tata Safari 2021. So before moving on to the next one, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing. So this car comes with the courtesy of Tata Motors Harrier car, which is here in Mysuru, Badal Circle. So if anyone is looking to buy any kind of Tata vehicle, please do go visit them. So talking about the engine specification, so it has the same engine as the Harrier, Jeep Compass and MG Hector and MG Hector Plus, and it is obviously borrowed from Fiat. So it is a 2.0 liter Cryotic engine which produces around 170 bhp and 315 Nm of torque. So moving on to the front, as you can see, it is identical to the Harrier, but the only difference is the beautiful chrome tri-arrow grille. So definitely it adds a good amount of premiumness to the vehicle. And you have the same split headlamp design from the Harrier. So for the low beam you get the projector, and for the high beam you get the reflectors, and even the fog lamp sees the halogen bulb, and the DRLs and the indicators they work vice versa. So moving on to the tire section, it has the same design as the Harrier, so but it's bigger. It has 18-inch alloy wheels which are wrapped up in 235/60R18. So due to its design and it has got bigger now, it obviously looks better than Harrier wheels, if I have to say. And the ORVMs have been painted in black, and also indicators have been embedded in it, and it is completely LEDs, so it definitely looks very good. So moving on to the back tire, it has the same size as the front because it's a front wheel drive vehicle. So it has got its chunky roof rails that are styled to suggest a stepped roof, somewhat of a trademark element of the original Safari. Dimensions: the new Safari is 80 mm taller and 60 mm longer than the Harrier, though width and the wheelbase are unchanged. All in all, so at the rear, the Safari is a full-size rear quarter glass, a stepped roof design and a more upright tailgate. So talking about the tail lamps, it has got this complete LED setup, so except for the reverse lighting and for the indicators, so those are halogens. So moving on to the back, the car looks definitely very good, honestly it looks very good, and it looks definitely very bulky, if I have to say. The rear camera placement has been done very brilliantly, and you do have the rear wiper with the washers. So as you can see, the tail lamps is also what is very nice. So you do have two diffusers in the back, which also adds some kind of SUV-ish look. So in the back, the spare tire has been mounted below the car, below the boot space, not inside. So which adds a beautiful touch of the SUV. And to open the boot, all you have to do is just press a button and it whirls up automatically to the top, thanks to the good quality of hydraulic struts used. So the boot space happens to be 910 liters with the seat folded up. So to fold the seats, all you have to do is just pull that kind of handle thing, and it whirls up to the front. No any kind of complications at all. Very simple way to pull the front. So as you can see, you have got 910 liters of boot space, lot of space, if I have to say. So you have got some space for your tools for the spare tire. So to open to pull the back seat up, all I have to do is press that that kind of thing, and it comes back up without any kind of hassle. So very simple, and no complications have been made to pull and bend. And to close the boot, you have got a handle right there, and just pull it down so the boot latches. I'd like to say thank you for hobby.tech for sponsoring my video. So if you're looking to buy any kind of drones or 3D printers, or if you're looking to buy any kind of DJI products, please do go visit them. I have left their website a link in the description, as well as for their Instagram profile. So they have a lot of DJI products on sale. So if you're looking to buy any kind of drones, gimbals, gimbal cameras or anything, please do check them out. And they have shipping all over India. I have left their website, Instagram and phone number in the description. Please do go check it out. So now let's get inside the passenger side of the door. You do have the request sensor for both the driver and passenger. And so opening the door, so the door is completely heavy and well built, if I have to say. As you can hear, definitely the build quality of Tata is just unbeatable, if I have to say. So now let's get inside the car. So as you can see, the interior also is very familiar to the Harrier, and nice touches have been made to make the car more look premium. So you do have the glow box, which it has two sections now. So if you want to divide your things, so it is illuminated as well as cooled. So if you want to keep some of your drinks inside, it will be cooled. And also a lot of soft materials have been used for the car to give the luxurious touch, if I have to say. So moving on to the door side, you have got a lot of space to keep a lot of stuff. You can keep 1 liter bottle without any kind of problem at all. And you have got brush metal to open the door. So now let's get inside the driver side of the vehicle. So you have got the chrome design and request sensor for the driver side as well, like I said. So the door design is quite similar to the other side, except it has a switches for the windows up and down, but there is a lot of space in the car to keep a lot of stuff. And the door handle have been finished with the brush metal, which gives the premium look to the vehicle. So you do have the 6-way electric seats for the driver side, which is obviously pretty good for this price point. So talking about the seats, very finest leather they have been used, and they are very soft. Every time I say this, Tata seats are very nice. They make finest leather seats, and it feels very good to sit as well. and the steering wheel is straight away borrowed from the Tata Harrier. So over here you have got the controls to control your ORVMs. So it does have the auto folding option. So a lot of brush metals have been used in the car. So as you can see in the AC vents, and you do have the start and stop button right over there, where it is reachable for the driver. So talking about the steering wheel, on the left side of the steering wheel you have got the controls for the infotainment system and the voice controls. So moving on to the right side of the steering wheel, you have got the controls to control the cruise control as well as the MID. So I do have the controls for the wipers. The wipers is what works really well in the car. So the water kind of sprays which makes the windshield very clean. So you do have the frameless wipers. So talking about the back wipers, it does have the back wiper with a washer with a single speed. So on the other side of the steering wheel, you have got the controls to control your headlights, indicators. So it does have the automatic headlights option. It does have the automatic wipers. So you have got the leveler of the headlight is right over there as well. So this is very easy and it is very reachable to use. So talking about the MID, so it's a combination of analog and digital display. So you do have the tachometer which is completely digital, but it feels like it's a manual because it's so accurate. So as you change the gear, gear systems, so it is in parking now. So if you change it to reverse, drive or neutral, so you have a kind of nice graphic display which changes the gears, which is pretty good. So what I liked in the car is it shows the tire pressure as well as the temperature of the tires, which is very brilliant and which is very useful feature. So you do have some basic features such as instant fuel economy and the range and a lot of other stuff. So now let's start with the reverse camera. So the reverse camera is so customizable. So you can choose the wide angle, you can zoom in the camera, and the camera quality is also very nice quality. So you have a lot of options in it. So you do have the adaptable guidelines which is pretty useful while driving, while reversing. So as you can see, this is 8.8-inch infotainment system. It has got the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and also car connected features. And also it is not laggy or anything. It is very responsive to the touch. And also it feels very premium, to use the infotainment system. So it is same as the Harrier, if I have to say. So you have got the controls for the infotainment system right there. So for the volume and for the tuning of the radio and all of the other stuff. So over on the bottom side you have got the controls for the fog lamps. So in the center you do have the hazard lighting, and other side you have got the control for the eco mode and the sport mode. So when you turn them on, it gives a signal saying that
Sport drive mode activated. Economy drive mode activated.
So moving on to the AC unit, it does have the automatic climate control. So you have got three ways to control the AC. One is by infotainment system, one is by voice commands, one is by the buttons right here. So it is pretty useful and pretty simple to use. As you can see, you can control the air conditioning by this infotainment system as well. So I have got three ways, which is really very nice, and there is a lot of options, like I said, to control. So moving on to the bottom side, you have got the controls for the drive modes. So over here you have got a normal mode, a wet mode, and for rough road mode.
Wet mode activated.
So just beside that you have got the control for the hill descent control and the for the traction control. So talking about the gearbox, it is a 6-speed torque converter which is very quick enough. So you do have the manual mode and you do have the sport mode in it. So it is very nice to use the gear lever and it feels very premium. So you do have the electric parking brake now. So it does have the load assist. So one good feature I liked in the car is you don't have to engage the parking brake again and again. So if you put in the park, so it automatically engages the parking brake, as you can see over there. So you do have the cup holders, so very spacious in the center. So the leather wrapped armrest is also over there, and you do have the cooled glove box as well as cooled armrest, which is pretty good. So moving on to the driver side, sun visors, it does have the document holder but not mirrors obviously. So moving on to the other side, you have got the controls for the LED lighting. So these are completely LEDs, not halogens, just like all the Tata vehicles. So on the other side, you have got the mirrors for even for the passenger side with lighting. So you get two lights. So in the center, you have got the controls for the panoramic sunroof. The controls are really very easy and very very simple to use. So press the button and the sun visor just goes down. Press the button, the sunroof goes up. Press the button, the sunroof goes way back. Very simple to use, like I said. So now let's get inside the back seat of the car. So the back seat door design is quite similar to the front. So you do have the JBL activators placed in the door side, which is pretty good, and it also sounds very very premium. So you do have the brush model design and you do have the power windows. So there is a lot of space to keep stuff in the back as well. You can keep 1 liter of the bottle without any kind of hassle. So on the ingress and egress is also very good. So for the middle row of passenger, it is very easy and very comfortable to get in and get out. So you do have the armrest for the back passengers, which is pretty good feature. So the panoramic sunroof is such a view from the back. It looks really good from the back. So like I said, you do have the grab handle in the back and a light LED lights. So the AC vents have been placed just like the old Safari, which adds a bit old Safari touch to the new Safari. So there is one more nice feature in this car. So guess there is no one in the front passenger seat, and you don't have any kind of space to sit in the back. All you have to do is there is a handle on the right side, so you do have to push it and push the seat to the front. The seat goes all the way front. Now you have enough leg room. So very useful feature. So now let's get to the third row seating. So it is very easy to get to the third row because it has got a lot of space in the center. So if I have to say honestly, the space in the back is really very better. If you have to compare with the Innova Cresta and Fortuner, it is very spacious, guys. As you can see, there is a lot of space for my leg to touch the front seat. So you do have the rear AC vents, and you can control the speed of the air conditioning right over the other side. So you have got a little knob over there which controls the air conditioning speed. So on the bottom side, you have got a little net with a storage space, and you do have the two cup holders in the back seat and USB type to charge your phones or laptops. So repeating again, it is so spacious in the back, even the third row. So now let's drive the Safari and see how the car drives. So driving the Tata Safari 2021 now, I was so excited just to drive the car, and I was so excited to see the car. So like I said, it uses the same 170 bhp 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine as the Tata Harrier. So it is offered with the same 6-speed manual and a 6-speed torque converter, which is I am driving now. So the gearbox is pretty quick. So like the torque converter is pretty quick. So it does have the manual mode as well. So without a doubt, it's Safari automatic that I choose, because that is the one to buy. The Fiat sourced diesel engine branded Creotech 170 by Tata works best with a Hyundai sourced 6-speed torque converter automatic transmission. So the gearbox is well in tune with the engine's characteristics. Gear shifts are timely and smooth. It is also responsive enough for the manual shift via gear lever. As before, the engine does groan and moan while you load. It sounds a bit very aggressive, if I have to say. So talking about the performance, it is same as the Harrier. So only 75 kg has been increased from the previous Harrier. So not much of a weight, if I have to say. The performance is also same as the old Harrier, and the performance is also very slick, very slick. So talking about the steering wheel and the suspension, so the steering wheel is definitely very light compared to the Harrier because it has been improved now, and also Tata has tweaked the suspension for added load, and slightly softer setup has been enhanced. Low speed bump absorption is very nice. The Safari really does make light work of potholes and bad roads, and it's in settings as this is the Tata's tough build shines through. Do not forget that there is some Land Rover DNA in Safari's underpinning. And also a lot of questions we've been getting is, will we get the 4x4? So we may get it depending upon the demand. Tata may launch the 4x4 Safari very soon. Let's hope for the best. And also, if you are curious about what Safari will do on off-road, so I have done a video on that too. Please do click the iCard right there, or you can find the link in the description. Please do go watch it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and do not forget to subscribe. And also thank you for Mr. Puneet Sidaya for explaining me all the features and also giving me a good experience of the Tata Safari. So if any of you are looking to buy any kind of Safari, Harrier or Nexon, his number is flashing on the screen. You can contact him for any kind of information. And also I'd like to say thank you so much for Mr. Simuk Kotapasa for letting me borrow the Tata Safari for the review.